Wahai orang-orang yang beriman, kulu min thayyibat, makanlah daripada makanan yang baik dan halal.
Dayana, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to the educational podcast and Islamic education subject teach by Ustaz Sabran.
Oh, I see.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name's Mohamad Azhar bin Saad and
my name is Mohamad Hafidz bin Anwar and we are the teachers advisors who guide our school innovation team.
Hi, my name is Insyirah binti Muhammad Zamri.
My name is Nurul Dayana Iman binti Muhammad Yusri.
My name is Qaseh Alya binti Aziz Jaafar.
My name is Ainur Jasmin binti Muhammad Roshdi.
And my name is Husna binti Radzuan.
We are from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Simpang Beluru, Kuala Kangsar, Perak. Would like to introduce our digital product entitled EduPodcast 3.0 application.
People's life is now heading towards Industrial Revolution 4.0 as well as in education field, which is upgrading along with the changes of the Industrial Revolution, making learning happen flexibly at any time and anywhere. Nowadays, the use of mobile devices such as smartphones have become basic needs in our daily lives. This situation affects the world of education where learning also takes place flexibly through smartphones. And now, learning through smartphones becomes a modern learning approach known as mobile learning. Through mobile learning approach, various sources of information and knowledge can be obtained easily and quickly.
Likewise, with the use of podcasts in learning, where students can access various learning audio content. The use of podcasts is seen to have the advantage of attracting listeners' attention compared to reading any textbook or watching a video that requires them to fully focus. On the other hand, with the multitasking feature on the podcast application, students can learn by listening the learning audio while doing their daily routine as usual, for example when walking, cycling or recreation.
The use of very low internet data also gives an advantage to school students who have limited internet data. For example, in our school, which is located at rural area and has relatively slow internet access. Furthermore, podcast does not require a high stream speed because it only streams the broadcasting audio recordings. Therefore, our group has developed an Android application named EduPodcast 3.0 apps with the latest version to be introduced to teachers and students in our school.
Our purpose of inventing these EduPodcast apps are: first, systematically collect digital audio learning content of our teachers. Second, the digital audio of learning contents are flexibly accessible. And third, to help students implement continuous learning outside of school hours together with teachers with very low of data usage. For the podcast 3.0 version, we have updated by adding the latest feature, which is new teacher registration menu. In this section, new users or teachers only need to log in by registering through the contributor menu or using their existing Gmail account with just one click. We have also added a splash screen to our application as a welcoming logo.
Innovation result in design aspect, we developed the app uses a content management system CMS and placed on the hosting with a specific domain that can be reached through the display of the user interface on the phone application. Next, the display of the user interface for the smart application is built using a special CMS template. The interface display that we produce in the form of an application on this phone is operated using the Android system. In the final stage, we introduce this EduPodcast application to teachers and school students for the purpose of feedback and improvement. And now, the EduPodcast application has started to be used together with teachers and students for the purpose of continuous learning.
This is a preview of the EduPodcast 3.0 application interface. The first one is main menu, displays the latest learning audio content. The second one is subject choice, to select subject. The third one is learning podcast player, to listen to learning audio. The last one is contributor menu, to allow teachers to add their own learning audio in this section. Teachers need to log in before posting new learning. For new teachers who want to register, they only need to register or click login icon using their existing Gmail. So what are you waiting for? Download now. Scan here.
The EduPodcast app that we have developed is seen to be the first educational podcast app in Malaysia as a platform that can be a learning hub for teachers and students to continue learning sessions flexibly through an auditory and multitasking learning style.
We also found that the EduPodcast app could be a very effective tool in helping the teachers by making this platform as pre-learning materials for students through the flipped classroom approach. In addition, this app is also seen to be able to help students review lessons continuously, especially outside the school session.
Based on what we have explained, we hope that this EduPodcast app could become the first educational broadcast app in Malaysia to help teachers and students carry out continuous and flexible learning anywhere and anytime.
Don't forget to download and install. Scan here. Bye.